Hey team, all right, our next analysis is on pound yen. So pull out the charts and go through this with me. Now we recently had a pound yen analysis, okay? Let's take it to the monthly time frame. What I said was for a higher time frame change in direction, we need double confirmation. So here's the impulse move to the upside. We're looking for a retest before a continuational move to the upside. So our analysis was the impulse move. When price reaches its monthly lower zone, we're looking for price to break this daily with the push, come back for exhaustion, and then we're entering to the upside. But this trade became invalid. Why? Price failed to reach its monthly lower zone for double confirmation. Also, price just made a push breaking this downtrend to the upside. We failed to see an exhaustion. Now, we always enter at exhaustion. Why? You guys know, winners enter at completion of exhaustion, not at a completion of a push. So Will, one of our members, great member Will, he asked me a good question. He said, Dave, why did we see such a strong move to the upside? This is a move that's caused by fundamentals, okay? If this was a technical move to the upside, price would have saw buy pressure at its lower monthly zone for what would be double confirmation. But instead, price found early buy pressure. And when you see a situation like this is usually caused by some sort of announcement or some sort of news. So a push, this push is not a technical push. That's a reaction to some sort of announcement. So although this trade became invalid, it gives us an opportunity for another potential entry. So let's start our analysis on pound yen from scratch, starting at the monthly. All right, so on the monthly, pound yen, we identified our monthly upper, we identified our monthly lower zone. Here's our weekly upper and our weekly lower zone. Again, horizontal, sell, and buy pressure. So let's talk flow. What are we looking at here? Push to the downside. Price saw buy sensitivity at its lower monthly zone. Higher time frame exhaustion. Sell pressure came in at its monthly zone for a continuational push to the downside. What do we know? We know that price will not be able to just break this monthly zone to the downside. There's a lot of respect, a lot of buy pressure here. So when we take it down to the weekly, which we're gonna do right now, what do we see? We see an impulse move to the upside, and what we were expecting is price to come back for confirmation to second wave of buy pressure before then making its way to the upside. But what we saw was that news hit the market, price reacted, making this trade invalid. That's fine. So what do we see now? Well, buyers definitely have control, right? Impulse move to the upside, even though it didn't come back for confirmation too, we still see buy sensitivity push price to the upside, and price is now at its weekly lower zone and it's seeing sell pressure. Remember, we identified this weekly lower zone because we know that this is an area of sensitivity, okay? So what does that mean? Price is now, we're on the daily, price has now reached its weekly lower zone. We have a lot of buy pressure. This candle right here is just a reaction to the sell pressure on our weekly lower zone. But what is this candle telling us? Even though we had sell pressure because it's our weekly lower zone, we still had buy pressure into the market. Sellers into the market moving price down, and boom, buy pressure shot price right back up, which is why we have a pin bar. So this tells me that there's just continuous buy pressure in the market, okay? So what does that mean? That means that if price is able to break its weekly lower zone to the upside, that its next area of sell pressure is only its weekly upper zone. So if buy pressure breaks its weekly lower zone to the upside, that's a push because this is an area of sell sensitivity. What's after push to the upside? An exhaustion to the downside, where then we wait for buy pressure, buy confirmation. That's a bullish engulfing candle close before entry to the upside. TP2 is at our next area of sell pressure. That's our weekly upper zone. Once price reaches TP1, we move SL to entry. So, in summary, very simple. If price breaks its weekly lower zone to the upside, its next area of sell pressure is only at its weekly upper zone. So, if we see that break of the weekly lower zone to the upside, we have a high probability entry at completion of exhaustion if we see price action confirmation for continuational move to our weekly upper zone. That's it for today, team. Have a great day.